Alright, I'm here with part 2 of the PS2 wrestling games. We have 6 games left to cover. 5 are Smackdown vs. Raw games, and the last one will be Fire Pro Wrestling Returns. So, we will start going in order. I'm actually missing 2009 and 2011. I don't know if WWE 12 was even released on PS2, but if it was, I'm missing that too. But anyway, Smackdown versus Raw. This, once again, when it comes to PS2 wrestling games, it seems like each one just takes a giant step up in graphics. As you can see here, graphics are amazing. This included challenge mode. I'll talk about challenge mode. Let's not talk about challenge mode. You do challenges, and there's a bunch of them. You unlock things like money. This includes a very, very popular feature that they just brought back in WWE 13. But the Create a Championship was very, very popular. And also I'd create a pay-per-view, which I liked a lot. Because I like to plan out shows and play through them. So creating a pay-per-view just made that, much, much easier for people like me that like to do that. This is the disc and the manual. As for space, 592 kilobytes. Not much. Half a meg. A little over half a meg, which isn't bad. Very, very fun game. This is, if I'm ranking the games here for PS2, Here Comes the Pain is the best. Shut Your Mouth is right behind it. Smackdown vs. Raw 2007 would be in 3rd place, which that's coming. And this would be 4th. But very close to being a tie with 2007. It has a good roster, good selection of wrestlers to choose from. Excellent, excellent game. Very, very fun. A lot of replay value. That brings us to 2006. John Cena, Batista on the cover. I think really this is one of the worst covers that WWE has had for any of their games. The graphics were good on this. Technically, they were better than Smackdown vs. Raw, but somehow I think they look kind of odd. But you can. I mean, it's good graphics. Don't get me wrong, but I prefer the graphics of Here Comes the Pain over any of these other games. New General Manager mode. I don't really want to take a ton of time to get into what General Manager mode is. Just play it. Season mode. Play a season of Raw and a season of Smackdown without story repetition, including superstar-specific storylines, and for the first time ever, and this was big for me and several other fans of the Smackdown games. It's the first time they had voiceovers for story mode. Depending on the choices you make, you have a different small storyline each month in the game, and whatever choices you make affects which storyline you get. So it's always changing, and that gives it a lot of replay value. So very, very fun. Disc and manual, just same as the cover, nothing different. But great game. This here, one of my favorites. I just mentioned it. Smackdown vs. Raw 2007. This was also the first WWE game that was released for Xbox 360. Oddly enough, it wasn't released on PS3, because if it was, I would own it. But it was released on PS2 and Xbox 360. Space, 537 kilobytes. It's nothing. Really, the only big new feature of this one is environmental hotspots and being able to wrestle in the crowd. People always want to wrestle in the crowd. People in the older games would take advantage of glitches or just hack so that they could wrestle in the crowd. So that was a big thing. Graphics, amazing graphics. Undertaker looks a little retarded, but yeah.